Welcome back to Shadows Over Loathing. Honestly, between Gideon's and the Chop Shop, I've almost entirely lost track of which is which. I think it's like Gideon's glockenspiels or something potentially. It's been a hot minute. I don't recall. I'll gather up my quick lichen, grease. It is Gideon's glockenspielery. That's right. Okay. Well, you glocklins, the record scratch. As soon as they notice you, these glocklins, look at them. Like, they're really giving it their all with that, their glockenspiel solos. As soon as they notice you, these Glocklin guards start playing a menacing tune on their glockenspiels. Well, as menacing a tune as it's possible to play on a glockenspiel anyway, which is honestly not particularly menacing, but their intent is clear. Hi, hello, what want you? Well, I want to go look in the building behind you. I want to talk to your boss. I want to buy a glockenspiel. I want to fight. Nothing in particular. I just want to take a look in the building. The old glockenspiel shop? That is our hideout. You are in there, not allowed. Oh, please? No, it is only for gang members. That is the whole point of a hideout. Well, can I talk to your boss then? Have you an appointment? No, can I make one? No. I want to buy a glockenspiel then. You have a good taste in musical instruments, but our glockenspiels are not for sale. Oh, come on, everything has a price. The price of glockenspiel is no meat. 9 meat? I'll pay you 9 meat for one. That joke does not work even. I had to translate it to 9 in order to bend it around. I want to fight. I guess we're just gonna fight then. I tried to avoid it. You guys brought this upon yourself. I just want that to be made crystal clear. All right, I'll give you a couple blasts. I have no concerns with efficiency in these fights at this point. Yeah, Nerdle, looking great, my dude, my man. Hard times for non-glockenspiel businesses. This entire area is a ghost town, except for the glockenspiels. Nothing to say there, nothing new. Wow, for a second there, I was kind of like stuck on that wall. Wasps. The owner of this place added a huge wasp nest in case the keep out sign wasn't sufficient. Leave the din of this place behind. Well, let's just wander into there. Wow, they're really striking up a pose. They working for towards the big glockenspiel off, maybe? Big tournament filled with glockenspiels? They've really bled this store dry. This goblin is pounding out music that sounds like a quaint mountain village being completely wiped out by an avalanche of tiny sparkling jewels. He's pounding furiously on their glockenspiel. It sounds like the background music they'd use in a war documentary if the documentary was about dogfighting raids made by an air force entirely consisting of butterflies. Like their life depends on it filling the room with what exciting boss fight music would sound like in a magical starlight fairyland. This goblin is hammering out music that sounds like tiny crystalline snowflakes combining together into a blizzard that destroys the entire Midwest. This goblin looks a bit tougher than the others. Also, they're at the back of the room, so they're probably the boss. They look both delighted and outraged to see you. Since there's a tricky combination of emotions to imagine, let's just go with excited. Alright, let's interrupt him. Hey, could you maybe... Jeez, you're really sweating up a storm. I am so tired, but I must play. Their hands and the rest of them look really sweaty. You could probably yank the little mallet right out of their grasp, but that would require getting in sweat spray range. Ew. What of these that I'm wearing is like, holy god, I actually think I need a break from that racket. Okay, the spooky armor magical attacks, pretty important. Can't really swap that out. The cufflinks, spooky armor. I was looking for stench armor. The ring, a ring with stench armor. I don't think I have any of that. Pants with physical armor. It's not what I'm looking for here. Maybe I sold everything at the exact wrong time. What in the shit have I done? Okay. Food and booze and potion. Food. I think I could most confidently swap out my food. I hope I have food that raises stench armor. That'd be a really specific thing. Fingers crossed. Nothing that has that. Shh. Crying out loud. I really screwed up by selling things when I did, I think. Alright then. I probably want to keep the booze. That's really strong though. Although I often do more damage than I need to with my specific weapon. It's pretty useful. But I think potion. I think potion is where I'll go looking for my stench armor. None of these. Sleaze. I have lots of sleaze armor things. What the hell? Stench armor. By one. By one. That's not gonna cut it, is it? I have zero. I have zero stench armor right now. Wow, was that never at all expected? The gas mask. That was something I sold. Did I keep that? Alright, alright. I'm gonna lose a bit of attack damage. That's one trade-off. And I think I have to do the potion, right? That's a real bummer, man. Not at all where I wanted to go with any of that. The stench armor. Flammable hands was so good. Are you sure you want to do it? Yes. You could smell worse. The cologne you sprayed on yourself smells slightly better than nothing. Yuck. I hope all of you only need 3. Oh, it'd be upsetting if anyone needs more than that. Grab the nasty mallet. You hold your breath and grab for the mallet, wincing as you get spattered with hot goblin sweat. The goblin collapses to the ground with a look of combined defeat and relief, and crawls away to find somewhere to pass out. You toss the gross mallet away and resolve to find a shower as soon as possible. A less disgusting shower. Oh, not a sweat shower. Oh, they aren't all gonna need the same type of skill check. Wow, you're really going to town on that thing. On the contrary, I am playing it right here. It's not in town at all. He's right. Convince them to stop. You reach around behind the goblin and tap them on the opposite shoulder. When they turn to look, you deftly snag the mallet out of their hand. Huh? Hey, where's my mallet went there? It was wild. You were playing so fast you accidentally threw it right out the window. Don't worry. I'll save your place here while you go look for it. Oh, thank you. The goblin scampers out the door. Nice. This goblin pounding things away, the boss fight-based guy. Hey, could you do me a favor and stop playing that glockenspiel for a while? No, never. Please. This music is my life. I will never to stop. Just remove the goblin. You pick him up bodily, open the door, and chuck them outside. The goblin is too focused on his music to resist or even really object. Okay, then. This goblin is hammering out music that sounds... Right, I've already read all that. Stop playing. Haha, no. Bewitch. Oh, what would I have done without that option? I guess maybe I could have walked around, tricked them. You waggle your fingers mystically at the goblin. You want to stop playing and leave the room. That is not the case. Why did your eyes go all swirly go? Huh? Does hypnosis not work on goblins? I guess it does not. Well, you should leave because the acoustics are bad in here and your music will sound much nicer, much better outside. Oh, okay. He scampers out the door. I want my Eldritch hat back. I guess I'll stick with that potion. I don't feel like swapping potions again. I mostly just wanted to see if he was hanging out outside. Took us up on our offer. It was just doing a little private concert out there. Nope. Well, is this going to be a skill check or just a fight? As you step up closer to speak to the goblin, you notice that they appear to be wearing authentic German lederhosen, rather than the makeshift shorts and suspenders getup that the other Glocklins are wearing. Not that you're an expert in traditional European fashions or anything, though. They sneer at you with glittering eyes. So, you break at my house in and beat my guards together? Think you can Gunther, the boss the Glocklins defeat? You pause for a second to parse this. Yes. Actually, I just want to talk. I didn't have any particular intention. I just kind of go places. You think goblins are pretty stupid, I bet. But you have one other thing coming. I feel like I'm doing Swedish more than like German, but I don't know accents well enough at all. Very, very bad at them. Just tried it in the moment, and I feel kind of committed to this a little bit. Maybe they're similar enough that it counts. If I don't feel like having a conversation about goblin intelligence, can I just say yes and then we fight? Sure. Then yes, goblins are super dumb. No, I know goblins aren't as dumb as they seem. Oh, yes. What know you about that, huh? Well, I read a magazine article about it once. A lot of it went over my head, but basically, since goblins are fungal creatures instead of mammals, their brains work pretty differently, and they find it really hard to extrapolate from familiar experiences to unfamiliar ones. So when they're dealing with novel situations, they tend to just make wild guesses about how they're supposed to behave. Oh, I am actually surprised. Furthermore, because of the way they pass knowledge to their children, goblins are always really excited about having lots of novel experiences, so they're constantly putting themselves in situations where they have no idea what to do, deliberately. That's pretty fascinating. Okay, in fact, know you much about it? I am a little impressed. Why know you so much about these things? I was stuck in a dentist's waiting room for a while and didn't have anything else to read. So, now what? Oh, well, you have proven that you goblins not are dumb think, but that was really just a rhetorical question. Yeah, I guess I was showing off a little. So, we have now a fight, yes? Okay, let's fight. Is there a peaceful solution? I might as well ask. A peaceful solution for you in my home invading? I suppose you want that you just leave let? I guess that's, a little unrealistic. So, we have a fight now? Yes, I think we're ready. Dante, thanks for backing me up, bro. I'm gonna lower his mysticality. Do you know what? Or moxie. I'll lower it twice. Now, what are you gonna do? 1 physical damage? Garbage. And also, you're dead. There's also that. You won! Gunther has spieled his last Glock in this place. He slinks off to find some other venue to terrorize with his plinking. His remaining Glocklins look at each other and scurry out. Excellent. I didn't see anything anywhere. The glockenspielery's dusty old cash register, 200 meat. Thanks, Gideon. Whoever and wherever you are, it's a tall-ass spiel, upright. This would look good in your room. Drag it there. Oh, there was a thing in the corner. Hey, it's that rug from the boarding house. Miss Brewster must have had it sent to you as an additional gesture of gratitude, or because she hates the way it looks and thinks it's cursed. Either way, score. Okay, I was wondering when I would start filling this room with things. Your hard-won glockenspiel. Ding. Wrong. Bong. Dong, ring, dong, wrong. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, well, I at least have a few things. Was this flower pot always here? Put a tentacle seed in it. He's a little tentacle buddy. Tickle, 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 tickle the buddy. Oh, he's having a great old time. It's just, I like the anthropomorph-sized. I've second guessed so hard whether I used the word I intended to there. I think that the tentacle is fun. I like it. That was intended to be my main takeaway. All those rings and wrongs, also a little bit of tongs to follow it up. I literally came back here to check this singular shelf. Next time I know that if I find an item to take home, I will literally go home with it. This must be full of glockenspiel wrenches. Just regular tools, it turns out. Spray on asbestos, hot armor for pants, and a piece of scrap metal. A chunk of unloved metal, hardened by its loneliness. Gives your target shielded, which will cause them to ignore the next time they take damage. Oh, nice. So you can just save the companion as needed. There's some cans. We stop and shoot him. Free experience. You managed to sneak up to the Tin Lizzies hideout without anyone noticing, which I did look up Tin Lizzie, because someone pointed out it's the name of, I think, just like a British band, the Tin Lizzies. But a Tin Lizzie was a piece of slang from back in this era that referred to basically any beat or junk old car. So these Tin Lizzies are, I believe, led by someone named Lizzie, and they are mechanics. And they name themselves the Tin Lizzies. There's layers to them naming themselves this. You aren't going to stay unnoticed for long, though. This place is crawling with Lizzies. Unless your first move is to turn tail and run, I guess. Oh, no, we got time. The glockenspiel thing was a short little side venture. This car looks terrible, but it smells great. You isolate, then confiscate the source of the freshness. This is going to be an accessory with stench armor, isn't it? Oh my god! This ingenious device consists of a cardboard tree soaked in some kind of nice smelling oil. It's nice to finally have that because it will come up again, but oh my goodness. A couple of Tin Lizzies are busy trying to dismantle a car that is already pretty thoroughly mantleless. It's like watching someone try to scrape just one more sandwich worth of meat out of a leftover turkey carcass. Not like mayo out of a jar. It's meat. Get the jump on him. We have Steel Dottie the Wrencher, Iron Angie the Greaser. Oh wow, they have so little. I mean, this place is like next door to the literal starting area. I feel like it was very much designed to have been taken care of ages ago, and I just never got around to it. Whoops, I used that skill on the wrong thing. Doesn't matter at all. You successfully got revenge for that poor car. Hey, I got the hand washing gasoline back. I might just use it again? The stench armor I don't really need anymore, and I know that I won't need it again because that freshener is better anyways. I think. It seems. I feel like that's fine. I feel like it won't matter. Greasy toolbox. Greasy gloves. Oh, no, Molly. No, what have you done? Damn it. Everything. Okay, you can look at everything. I'll be fine. The outside of these gloves are so greasy that it prevents any more grease from reaching the inside. Oh, good. Sharpening stone adds a bonus damage to a weapon. They've already been sharpened once. You probably can't sharpen them again. If I were to try... Already been sharpened. Any sharper and you might burn yourself. I've potentially seen that before. The scrap metal again we just found. And foot gloves. Or maybe they're hand shoes? Makes you walk on your hands. Well, that's fantastic. I will absolutely do a handstand. It's more than that. It's more complicated. Walking on your hands. My dad, apparently in his youth, was a hand-walking master. He would do, like, laps of the gymnasium. He grew up on a farm, and there wasn't a lot to do, and he just got impressively good at walking on his hands. I can't do it, like, at all. It's so hard. I have such terrible balance, apparently. Oh, the car. You really ought to put it out of its misery. Maybe that's worse. That's all. I just let the air out of a tire and called it good. There's just old oil in this barrel. Since it's open, it's full of rainwater. I misread that and figured it wouldn't matter, and it ended up absolutely mattering. There's not oil in it at all. That was the entire point. Greasy knee pads. If they just made cars taller, working on them would cause a lot less wear and tear on the old knees. Add sleaze armor to a pair of pants. That's actually quite nice to have. I could add the rivets and the knee pads and really just max out some pants. More of that. I'm glad I have more, so if I ever have to replace it again, I know that I have some backed up there. And face grease, a 50-50 mixture of engine oil and moisturizer, useful in both a skincare regimen and a 2-stroke engine. Increases hot armor by 3. Pretty nice mixture of items, actually. Yeah, right now I'm pretty sure both the physical armor and the hot armor are coming from additions. Like, I fireproofed it with the asbestos and I riveted it. And so I kind of a little bit think I might as well just add this as well. I think I'll hold out. I'll hold out till I find something that has like additional mysticality or something else I need. And I'll instantly have 3 things to add to it. Since I only have 1 set of knee pads, I'll wait. A bunch of tin Lizzies are hanging out here. Their attention is mainly focused on something further to the right, but the camera doesn't move far enough for you to see what it is. We'll push on through. I must know. I wish to see. Look at all that fire. Damn. I'm pretty not okay with that. How dare you? How dare you? Man, every single battle really miss having Shoot Nanny. That was the most overpowered, most insanely valuable skill imaginable in West of Loathing. It just made me sail through like every single fight. No issue whatsoever. That's what I want. I want to be overpowered in every conceivable way. It just makes it fun. Oh, the burn. The burn really got to her. I didn't even try and save her. Whoops, sorry. Face grease and knee pads. There we go. That's exactly what I was saying. Time to see what all the hoopla was about. I will then knee pad up my pants. Yes. Yes. Add it. You sew the greasy pads onto the fireproof riveted. So now will it have more greasy fireproof riveted? So that grease really stops things from burning down. It's a great combination to have. Asbestos and grease, they cancel each other out. A welding bench, there's a welding mask on top of it. Your face will be better home for it than this dirty bench. Will be a better home. I think I already have several. More like picked apart truck. Oh, instead of pickup truck. Gotcha. Ooh, nice throne. Is it like the Iron Throne? A mystical woman with flaming red hair is sitting in a throne made of welded together wrenches and glaring at you. This woman gives you the traditional slow, sarcastic clap as you step forward. Nice entrance. Thanks. Nice chair. Thanks. Now who the hell are you? Introduce yourself politely. I'm Grammy of the Valley. Nice to meet you. And you are? Well, ain't you sweet? I'm Big Liz. Big Liz Studebaker. I'm the boss of this gang. Oh, that makes sense. Is a Studebaker a car? I feel like it is. Now, considering that you just busted into my scrapyard and beat up 5 of my girls, plus however many on the way here, I figure you got something on your mind. So what is it you want exactly? I'm really clearing out 2 entire gangs here today. I want to fight. I want your gang to stop attacking me in the street. I want to join your gang. I don't really have a particular goal. Stop attacking me would be one. Those dialogues take a while to click through. The girls do get a bit rowdy. Sorry about that. I'll tell you what, you got this far and my girls ain't no slouches. That's worth some respect. So I'll grant you a boon. A boon, like a favor. Like a cat might give, yes? Within reason. How do I know this isn't some kind of trick? It's no trick. You can trust me because I'm sitting on the crescent throne. That means everything I say is automatically true. Wow, like the Pope. Is that true? The Pope's not allowed to lie when he's in his Pope throne? Kinda, yeah. We're real into hierarchy and chain of command around here. Neat. Anyway, what if you say you have 1,000,000 meat? What if you say... What? What? What if you say black is white? Oh, okay, just like lying on the chair. This isn't the boon. It isn't magic. It just... Look, part of being a good leader is not trying to use your powers in stupid ways. Anyway, you get 1 wish. What'll it be? More. You cannot wish for more wishes. Nuts. I wish for you to call up your girls. I wish for prizes. To join the gang to fight. I want to sit. I want to sit in the chair. That's literally all I care about. Nope. Aw, come on, just for a second. Only the boss of the Tin Lizzies can sit in the crescent throne. Sorry, kid. That stinks. Come on. Let me sit in the chair. I need bewitching and mysticality. I have both. You waggle your fingers at her and do that trick where your pupils go all swirly. It's perfectly safe and couldn't possibly result in any problems, I promise. Well, alright, fine, but just for a second. Wicked. I thought the prizes could have been fun. I like, there was a few different things that had possibilities. Joining them maybe would have granted a perk or something, but oh, sitting in that chair is going to be sweet. I'm going to get those hard, steel, jagged pieces of wrench cradling my buttocks. Oh, I can't wait. I'm getting all antsy just thinking about it. Wicked. Big Liz stands up and you take her seat on the crescent throne. It's cold and not very comfortable, but it does make you feel pretty powerful. Wow, this is great. Glad you like it. Now get up. Nah, seeing as how I'm the boss of the gang now, I think I'll enjoy it a little longer. See, that's what I thought. If I join the gang, I have to climb the ladder. How about I just jump straight to the top? The high chair, they call it. Whoa, what did you just say? I said, I'm the boss of the Tin Lizzies now. And I said it while sitting on the crescent throne. Twice. No lies. Nice try, dipstick, but the power of the throne doesn't apply unless you already are the boss. I was the boss as soon as I sat down. You said, while sitting here, that only the boss of the Tin Lizzies can sit on the crescent throne, and here I am, sitting on it, ipso facto, I'm the boss. Why, you little... And the first change I'm making is that from now on, changes in gang leadership can only occur via written agreement from the current boss, which is me. You promised me you wouldn't cause any problems. I don't see any problems from where I'm sitting. Take it easy, Big Liz. I'm just messing with ya. Huh? I don't have time to run a gang. I'm busy. But I'm busy with something kind of weird, and I think I might need your resources. So, you can run the gang, same as always. All I need is for you gals to help me out if I need backup. I swear, on the crescent throne, that as soon as I'm done with this whole crazy mess I've fallen into, I'll make you full official boss of the Tin Lizzies again. Alright, I guess I deserve it for falling for that trick. You win, boss. Great. Here, you can sit back down if you want. This thing is uncomfortable. I'll stand, thanks. So, what do you need from me? Well, I could use supplies. Supply shed's over there. Here's the key. The Chop Shop Shed key. It's a little tough to say. It's the key to Big Liz's shed at the Chop Shop. Hopefully it's easier to use than it is to say. Yes, Chop Shop Shed key, Chop Shop Shed key, Chop Shop Shed key. Luckily I've had about an hour of non-stop talking to kind of warm up the mouth muscles. Chop Shop Shed key. It's not the easiest, but it's not the hardest. And if you get in any trouble in town, just give a whistle and one of the girls will come to help you out. A tin whistle. By commanding underlings with the poot sound made by this whistle, you'll be a real tin poot dictator. Summon a Tin Lizzie to help you in combat only works in Ocean City. That's incredibly limiting. Well, the Crescent Throne is yours now. You could drag it back to your room if you wanted to. That's amazing. Yes, I will do that shortly, but first there's like an anvil? An old school blacksmith's anvil. This must be where they work on the really vintage cars. This car has not been noticeably chopped yet. This car's locked. Dang it. Oh, Jimmy it with the coat hanger. Amazing. To unlock the car, ruining both the lock and the hanger in the process. The glove compartment's full of meat. 120 meat. Honestly, of all the things I could have gotten out of there, I didn't expect just a bunch of money. There's nothing in that direction except tetanus. Alright, I think I will steer clear then. The shed. I will go inside. Tin Lizzie's Chop Shop. Shop. Or this is literally the shop. A shelf covered with various greasy metal objects. See if there's anything useful. You select the most dangerous looking pieces of metal and pocket them. The Anarchist's Hardware. Collection of pipes and cannon fuse, and well, mostly just pipes and cannon fuse. I've had those before. I think I even made a pipe bomb out of them. Battered toolbox. Ooh, another crowbar. You never know when you might need to pry two things at once. Literally just because it said that, and as long as I remember to, I intend to keep both crowbars, because that may very well come up. It's a car door leaning against the wall. Grab it. Huh. It's been converted into a shield. The offhand item. It's a car door with an arm strap welded to it. Deal your muscle and physical damage and reduce an opponent's mysticality by 3. That might almost be better than my thing. I almost never use it. And, God, it lowers everything. Okay, that's a very strong item. I probably will keep that one after all. The poster says antifreeze is delicious, but it's poison. They're burying the lead there. That really maybe should come up first. Oh, antifreeze is delicious. And poison. Oh, no. Workbench, make some stuff. See, here's where I have made some of those bombs before. Scary Bomb, Grease Bomb, Abrasive Discus, reducing physical armor. That could be useful, and cold damage to all enemies. They're all to all enemies, actually, now that I see. Perhaps in the future, sanding the armor off of a guy will be done by machines. For now, though, it takes some good old-fashioned elbow grease. Basic combat, I don't feel like doing any of that. The crafting in this game doesn't stand out to me as being all that, like, exciting. Especially since I use the items so infrequently. I imagine it would matter more at the higher difficulties. A bunch of repair manuals for cars you've never heard of, except one of these books is about weapons instead of cars. Welding and wielding. Advanced weapon repair for do-it-yourself defense by TIG FluxCore. Teaches advanced weapon repair techniques. That could be fun. You read the book. Huh. Turns out you're supposed to repair weapons after using them for a while. Who knew? Weapon repair aware. You know enough about weapon repair to tell when it's needed, but not enough to do anything about it. Weapon durability unlocked. That seems like a bad thing. It seems like now suddenly my weapons are going to get shittier. You go to put the book away, but realize with your newfound knowledge that its spine is broken beyond repair, so you throw it away. Well, shit. Look at that, 14.45. Okay, it's trickling down very slowly. I definitely will. Then if I go to the blacksmith's thing, the anvil is the word I wanted. But I don't have the know-how. I don't know how to do any of that. Well, crap. Maybe that would have just happened naturally over time anyways, and I wouldn't have really been able to do anything about it, and your weapons would just get worse, and I wouldn't even know why. Sorry I tricked you out of your gang. It was a dirty trick, but it was by the book. I should have been more careful, that's all. Well, I'm glad we all feel, like, squared up and good about this. I feel good about it. Hopefully you do, too. Don't mind me. I'm just going to take your entire ass throne, because I want it. Presumably more than you. And I don't want to hear otherwise. Molly wants to have a chat. Practicing some kind of dance with a lot of quick movements and hopping around. What's up? Working on your dance moves? Sure, kinda. Except this dance ain't about cutting a rug. She makes a sharp gesture and the blade of her flick knife snaps open. It's about cutting an enemy of some sort, see? Right, yeah, I get it. Molly will now act earlier in combat. So she's gonna not follow that, like, turn order that I spent all that time memorizing. It won't be that crazy. She looks busy, but she always does. Charles. Nothing right now, my man. I think I'm just gonna do a couple wanders in the off chance that there's something going on out there that I could wander into. It's seeming more and more like I've encountered, like, every possible wander. Oh, look, I'm running into a Tin Lizzie. Hey, boss. My trusted lieutenant. Mini Steel? Close enough. What's up? We just sent out another shipment of spare parts. There were some leftovers that weren't quite up to our standards of unrustedness and no cracks having, but we thought you might be able to use them for whatever it is that you use this stuff for. Ah, well, neat. Thank you so much. I think I'm just going to book it back home. I guess I'm fighting some orbs first. Oh, okay, so she literally just is standing in a different spot now rather than going out of order. Totally, makes sense. I getcha. That's actually, like, quite interesting. Especially since it almost makes more sense because she attacks randomly, and then I'll have a better sense of who to focus my attacks on with, like, the main character. So I think that's pretty damn useful. I like that. I like that as an upgrade quite a lot. I will stick my head into the speakeasy, not because I think there will be anything new or different there at all, but it just feels like maybe time to do so. Dealing with spoons, those two guys. I was wondering if a Glocklin would have... The one that I told to go play outside maybe is the one who came and joined here. Gabby's enjoying it, having a great time. I can't do anything with any of that. Yeah. Maybe Dan has anything new to say. Nah, all good then. Well, with that, I will wrap things up. hopefully record a few more episodes soon and get back ahead in the schedule so I don't miss many uploads, although not going to promise that I'll never miss one again for this daily schedule I'm trying to keep. Thank you all so much for watching. Ooh, don't forget to pitch me on an episode title. I don't think I said that last episode. But you know, do that for that one as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.